these difficult memories. Do adversity. To the stars. To the last minute. To the last second. To the last man. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the NBA Finals here in Miami. A lot of guys in that celebration have been sprayed with champagne twice. 3 times for you. Yeah. 3 times the champion. What does it feel like? Because I'm betting that this was the most difficult one. And you had some trials and tribulations, Dwyane Wade.
Yeah, man, this was the most difficult one. You know, dealing with things, obviously, with my body, going through this. That San Antonio Spurs team, the Indiana Pacers, Chicago Bulls, the teams we had to deal with to get here. You really can walk away from this and say, we gave everything we had, and we really deserved this because they pushed us to our limits.
You now are one of the greatest winners in the history, one of the greatest champions. But to me, you're the greatest unselfish superstar that's ever played in this game. Take us through, how did you decide when you recruit LeBron and you say, okay, and you're the face of the franchise, you want one of the 2 best players in the league, you and Kobe Bryant were dominating the league at that time. Then you say, okay, I'll take a step back. It's your team. How did you decide to do that?
One of the hardest things I had to do. But I think the moment, I remember watching the finals in 2010, watching the Lakers and the Celtics. And I remember watching Kobe run down and get that ball for his 5th championship. And I said, I want that. I want that again. And I cut the TV off, and I'm a hater because I was mad that he had 5, but I wanted that again. And that started the journey to say, how can I put myself in a position to be on a team that can compete for a championship every year? And I knew I was going to have to take a step back. It wasn't easy. It's still not easy, but I wanted to win. I wanted to win big, and teams, that's why I play a team sport.
All success along the journey, you deal with adversity. You've had to deal with it away from basketball. You dealt with it on the floor. You dealt with it during your injuries. But it seems like when the team needs you most, Game 7 against Indy, Game 4 against the Spurs, Game 7 today at home. Talk about how personal pride just plays a factor in your performance.
Well, I'm going to be there, for my teammates. And that's one thing that discomfort, because they know that. They know no matter what I'm dealing with, off the court, on the court, I'm going to be there when they need me most. And I pride myself on that. And I told them, I said, listen, I'm going to give you everything I got. And that's what I was able to do tonight, help my guys come out and give Rashard Lewis his 1st championship, Birdman his 1st championship, and continue to add to other guys, man. It's just a special, special team, and I'm glad to be one of the leaders on this team.
Dwyane, less than 2 weeks ago, when you told those guys, I'm going to be there to give you everything I got, you didn't know then how much that was going to be. What happened between then and now? Because as you got later, and I know there was some times you had to go back in that locker room and have that knee adjusted, and there was physical pain. But what happened between early in the series and late in the series where you got stronger, or you just played through it? Which?
Well, as athletes, we go through a lot that a lot of people don't know about, that we don't like to talk about and discuss, but it takes a lot to play this game. For me, it was just about, listen, okay, I'm dealing with these knee issues. I'm going to stay up 24 hours a day to make sure that I can give you guys what I have. And I started feeling better when the series started in Game 1, but I died down in the second half. And then Game 2, I did the same thing. So, talking to myself, I said, listen, if you were able to do that in the first half, you could do it the rest of the game. You just got to stay aggressive. You got to find ways to keep yourself loose and going. So I changed a few things up in what I do in the game, and I was able to have, a couple solid games in a row.
We saw you come out with ice one game, too. And Magic
that was heat. That was heat.
Oh, that was heat.
That was heat.
So that was a new change, a new wrinkle as well?
Yeah, I had the whole right side heated up. I wanted to keep my knee loose, and I took a knee from Tim Duncan in the first half of that game, so I wanted to keep that loose. But my mind was already said that, no matter what, I'm already dealing with something. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to give you everything that Dwyane Wade, Flash, whatever you want to call me, whatever I got, I'm about to give it to you.
One more follow-up on that real quickly. This summer, I know last summer you thought you had gotten past this. You went, you got better, you had a great regular season, highest shooting percentage. Do you even know what this summer holds now in terms of trying to
rest? I know it's rest ahead of me. I had a conversation with my knees today. I told them, I said, listen, we got to get through this, and I'm going to treat y'all good now. And so I got to treat them good.
Talk to me about trying to make some more history and trying to three-peat. I know we tried. We couldn't do it with my Lakers. Is that something that you're going to look forward to thinking about over the summer and seeing if we can take you or you can lead your team to a three-peat?
Well, you know, as an athlete, you're always looking for the next challenge. And, you know, for us, that next challenge would be to do something that hasn't been done by many teams. So it was hard getting this second one to be able to say back-to-back like you guys was able to say. But to be able to come back and to put ourselves in a position, you know, stay healthy hopefully next year, add a little bit around our team and put ourselves in position to do this again, you know, that'll be sweet. So it's going to be a lot of hard work.
Before Jalen asks you his question, I got to ask you this. You and Kobe are the best dressed. Now you've been dapper, and then you changed with the Versace. You have a lot of different looks, and then you rolled the pants up a little bit. Take us through that. How do you decide what you're going to wear?
Dwyane Wade became Dwyane Wayne.
That's right, because you got people on this end instead of old, so we don't understand some of these
keep y'all on y'all toes. I can't just let y'all get used to something. You know, I obviously, you know, like you guys, I love to dress, and we all have different styles, and sometimes I'm push the envelope. I push it. You know, well, I can't even see it sometimes. But you know what? I'm comfortable in everything I put on.
Okay.
We all from the Midwest, so I guess we can relate to that.
Yes.
Let's talk about a couple of chess moves, Jake. You start Mike Miller. All of a sudden, you're guarded by Thiago Splitter. You're guarded by Boris Diaw. Danny Green hits 5 threes a game up until game 5. Talk about what was being said behind the scenes and how you told yourself, you know what, I got to turn it up.
Well, first of all, when I came out, I was guarded by Thiago. I don't disrespect any player, but, I mean, come on now. So, you know, the first play, I remember the first play of the game, I was like, I'm just going to run offense. And we wound up turning over. The next play, I said, I'm going right at it. You know, so it was a chess match. You know, I understand Pac and what he do, but he can guard me.
Real quickly, Dwyane, before we go, let's talk about the Spurs for a second. You've known those guys individually, personally, played with some of them in international competition. Do you feel differently about the Spurs now, having played them these 7 games, than you did before?
You know what? Just like so many other people, I have so much respect for the organization. I have so much respect for those guys individually. It's hard to be able to do what those guys did. I mean, these past couple of years, they had the best record in the league, you know, locked out in the first round, not making it, but to continue to fight, and be here again, you know, that shows how resilient they are. So I have so much respect for them. Like I said, we went through that whole series, and a couple of those guys, I still ain't heard their voices yet.
Right.
They don't say nothing to you. They just kick your butt.
No trash talk.
No trash talking. I ain't heard Kawhi Leonard. I don't even know how he sounds. And he's a bad boy, you know, so they just kick your butt, man. And you know, so we had to overcome. You know, it was a different series coming out of the Pacers where it was a little trash talk, a little physical. Chicago, obviously. This one, they was just silent assassins.
You're the class of this league, man. Not just this town, not just Chicago, but the whole league.
Thank you, brother.
And most unselfish person on the face of this earth. Thank you.
3-time champion.
Oh, man, that sounds
Dwyane
so
Wade.
good.
Dwyane Wade, thanks for joining us. We're going to look at Dwyane. He doesn't show this emotion often. I guess he can do it 3 times on the final night of the NBA season.
We did it.
Third time.
We got LeBron and
Dwyane, thanks for joining us. Let's throw it back to the studio.
Oh, man.